sister still clinging to the edge of the lawn. The world is caught halfway between night and the dawn. I pull my old cardigan tight to my skin and wait for the light of the day to begin. The wooden boards creak under my favorite chair. There's a crisp, heavy dampness that hangs in the air. I strike a small match and I watch the flame burn, giving my worried mind nowhere to turn. It's just me in the silence, playing a game before the whole world wakes up, calling my name. The steam from the mug rises into the gray, washing the ghost of my yesterdays away. With coffee on the porch, watching the sun break through. The sky's turning from violet to a delicate blue. The mockingbird sings from the telephone wire, a solitary voice in a heavenly choir. For a moment in time, everything is alright. I'm safe in the arms of the morning light. Breathing in deeply, letting it go, taking it peaceful, taking it slow. Coffee on the porch. The highway is quiet, just a rumble afar, a solitary set of headlights from a neighbor's car. The dewdrops are heavy on the spiderweb thread, glistening like diamonds just outside the shed. I think of the emails and the bills I should pay, the burdens I'll carry by the middle of the day. But right here and now, they're a million miles out. I'm building a fortress against all the doubt. It's just me in the silence, playing a game before the whole world wakes up, calling my name. The steam from the mug rises into the gray, washing the ghost of my yesterdays away. With coffee on the porch, watching the sun break through. The sky is turning from violet to a delicate blue. The mockingbird sings from the telephone wire, a solitary voice in a heavenly choir. For a moment in time, everything is alright. I'm safe in the arms of the morning light. Breathing in deeply, letting it go, taking it peaceful, taking it slow. Coffee on the porch. Sometimes we run till our engines are dead, chasing the futures that live in our head. But grace can be found in the simplest things, in the quietest hour, in the peace that it brings. Just watching the shadows retreat from the yard. With coffee on the porch, watching the sun break through. The sky's turning from violet to a delicate blue. The mockingbird sings from the telephone wire, a solitary voice in a heavenly choir. For a moment in time, everything is alright. I'm safe in the arms of the morning light. Breathing in deeply, letting it go, taking it peaceful, taking it slow. Coffee on the porch, yeah, watching the morning grow. There's a shoebox hidden on the highest shelf, full of conversations that I had with myself, tied up up in a ribbon that is fraying at the seams, a paper graveyard of my broken dreams. I pull it down and blow the layer of dust away, to read the words I didn't have the guts to say. Blue ink bleeding through the heavy cotton page, a messy testimony of my youth and of my age. There's a stamp on the corner and a written address, but I never walked it down to the mailbox express. I was terrified of answers, terrified of the truth, so I folded up my heart and I hid it on the roof. These are the letters I never sent, the apologies I owed but I never meant, the I love yous that were caught right in my throat, sailing on a sea inside a paper boat. I kept them all locked up in a cardboard cage, pouring all my sorrow out upon the page, a paper trail of a life that went unspent. Oh, these are the letters I never sent. Here's the one from the winter when you moved away. I begged you not to go, I begged you to stay, but the ink is smudged with a teardrop that fell, and I smiled at the station and I wished you well. Here's another one written in a coffee shop downtown, when my world was spinning and falling right down. I needed you to hold me, I needed you near, but my pride was always louder than my fear. There's a stamp on the corner and a written address, but I never walked it down to the mailbox express. I was terrified of answers, terrified of the truth, so I folded up my heart and I hid it on the roof. These are the letters I never sent, the apologies I owed but I never meant, the I love yous that were caught right in my throat, sailing on a sea inside a paper boat. I kept them all locked up in a cardboard cage, pouring all my sorrow out upon the page, a paper trail of a life that went unspent. Oh, these are the letters I never sent. Maybe it's better that they stayed in the dark, a silent little fire that was missing a spark. I don't need you to read them to know how I feel. The healing is here and the closing is real. These are the letters I never sent, the apologies I owed but I never meant, the I love yous that were caught right in my throat, sailing on a sea inside a paper boat. I tie up the ribbon, I put the box away, nothing left to hide and nothing left to say. I let the past be the past, I'm finally content with the letters I never sent. I left the highway running half a mile behind, to seek a quiet sanctuary I just had to find. The canopy is emerald, blocking out the heavy sun, a sacred kind of cathedral where the wild rivers run. My boots are stepping softly on a bed of copper brown, a million fallen needles lying scattered on the ground. The air is smelling sweet of damp earth and the morning dew, a sudden wave of clarity that pulls me deeply through. The city feels a century away from where I stand, temporary kingdom in a green and ancient land. There is a secret language hiding in the timberline, a dialect of branches and the intertwining vine. I close my eyes and listen to the breathing of the wood, understanding things that I have never understood. These are the whispers in the pines, blowing through the ancient trees, a melody of letting go, carried on a gentle breeze. They tell me that the roots are deep, they tell me I belong. They turn my heavy sorrow into a quiet forest song. The mountains have been standing here before I knew my name, and they will still be standing here when I give up the game. So I am breathing deeply, letting nature realign, finding all my answers in the whispers in the pines. I touch the rough and craggy bark upon a towering trunk, feeling all the history that the heavy wood has drunk. 100 years of blizzards and 100 years of light, standing tall and resilient in the middle of the night. We worry about our deadlines and the money in the bank. We treat our precious little lives like filling up a tank. But standing in the shadow of this quiet majesty, I realize how tiny all my problems used to be. There is a secret language hiding in the timberline, a dialect of branches and the intertwining vine. I close my eyes and listen to the breathing of the wood, understanding things that I have never understood. These are the whispers in the pines, blowing through the ancient trees, a melody of letting go, carried on a gentle breeze. They tell me that the roots are deep, they tell me I belong. They turn my heavy sorrow into a quiet forest song. The mountains have been standing here before I knew my name, and they will still be standing here when I give up the game. So I am breathing deeply, letting nature realign, finding all my answers in the whispers in the pines. Oh, wash away the static, wash away the endless noise. Let me find the center, let me find my quiet poise. If I stand here long enough, I might just take a root, wearing nothing but the silence as my only suit. These are the whispers in the pines, blowing through the ancient trees, a melody of letting go, carried on a gentle breeze. They tell me that the roots are deep, they tell me I belong. They turn my heavy sorrow into a quiet forest song. Whispers in the pines, yeah, reading between the lines, I hear them calling out. There are cardboard boxes stacked up high against the bedroom wall, a heavy roll of packing tape resting in the hall. I'm sitting cross-legged on the floor, surrounded by the mess, sorting through a decade in this cozy old address. I pull open the bottom drawer of the wooden vanity and find a hidden treasure trove of our shared history. A faded ticket stub from a show we saw in New Orleans, a Polaroid of you and me in ripped up denim jeans. They are worthless to a stranger, just clutter in the way, but to me they are the anchors of the words we couldn't say. I'm picking up the artifacts of everything we've been, tracing out the beautiful timeline of where we fit right in. These are the pieces of us, a colorful mosaic made of glass, a handful of the shiny stones picked from the summer grass, a chipped and broken coffee mug, a matchbook from a bar, the little tiny fragments showing exactly who we are. You can't pack a feeling in a box or write it on a list, but you can hold a seashell from a beach where we first kissed. We are building up a masterpiece from trinkets and from dust. I'm packing up the heavy, beautiful pieces of us. Here's a little paper napkin where you wrote your number down when we met that rainy Tuesday on the east side of the town. The ink is barely legible, it bled into a blur, but I remember exactly what the nervous feelings were. And here's the plastic hotel key from our trip to Monterey, when we missed our morning flight and decided just to stay. I'm wrapping them in bubble wrap, treating them like gold, because they are the chapters of the greatest story told. They are worthless to a stranger, just clutter in the way, but to me they are the anchors of the words we couldn't say. I'm picking up the artifacts of everything we've been, tracing out the beautiful timeline of where we fit right in. These are the pieces of us, a colorful mosaic made of glass, a handful of the shiny stones picked from the summer grass, a chipped and broken coffee mug, a matchbook from a bar, the little tiny fragments showing exactly who we are. You can't pack a feeling in a box or write it on a list, but you can hold a seashell from a beach where we first kissed. We are building up a masterpiece from trinkets and from dust. I'm packing up the heavy, beautiful pieces of us. We're moving on to somewhere new, an empty painted room, waiting for our messy lives to come in and to bloom. And when we finally unpack and set them on the shelf, I'll look at all these little things and smile to myself. These are the pieces of us, a colorful mosaic made of glass, a handful of the shiny stones picked from the summer grass, a chipped and broken coffee mug, a matchbook from a bar, the little tiny fragments showing exactly who we are. We are building up a masterpiece from trees pieces of us. Yeah, the pieces of us. Label the box with the Sharpie pen, ready to start it all again with the pieces of us. The dishes are stacked like a porcelain tower. We've been talking in whispers for over an hour. The streetlights are humming a dull shade of yellow. The mood in the apartment is heavy and mellow. You turn off the faucet and dry off your hands, while the old radio plays a song by the bands that we used to love when we first started out, before we knew what this life was about. You look at me now through the dimly lit space, with that tired, familiar, sweet smile on your face. You reach out your hand, pull me close to your chest, and right in this moment I swear I am blessed. It's the slow dance in the kitchen at 1:45, just the hum of the fridge and the heartbeat of you. No fancy dresses, just bare feet on the floor. I don't think I could ever want anything more. The world is asleep, but we're wide awake, holding on tight to the promises we make. In the soft, quiet glow of the overhead light, we're dancing our way through the middle of the night. There's a stain on my t-shirt from the wine that we poured. We step on a squeaky old wooden floorboard, but neither of us misses a single beat as we shuffle around in our stocking feet. I rest my tired head on your shoulder. I love who we are as we're getting older. The gray in your hair and the lines around your eyes, they're my favorite part of this whole disguise. You look at me now through the dimly lit space, with that tired, familiar, sweet smile on your face. You reach out your hand, pull me close to your chest, and right in this moment I swear I am blessed. It's a slow dance in the kitchen at 1:45, just the hum of the fridge and the heartbeat of you. No fancy dresses, just bare feet on the floor. I don't think I could ever want anything more. The world is asleep, but we're wide awake, holding on tight to the promises we make. In the soft, quiet glow of the overhead light, we're dancing our way through the middle of the night. Sometimes the romance is grand and it's loud. Sometimes it's a diamond in front of a crowd. But my favorite kind is the invisible thread that ties us together before we go to bed, in the mundane and magic of every day. It's a slow dance in the kitchen at 1:45, just the hum of the fridge and the heartbeat of you. No fancy dresses, just bare feet on the floor. I don't think I could ever want anything more. The world is asleep, but we're wide awake, holding on tight to the promises we make. In the soft, quiet glow of the overhead light, just a slow dance in the kitchen tonight. Just you and me. Just you and me. digital clock glows red in the dark, 3:17 like a glowing spark. The rest of the city has closed its eyes, surrendered to the pull of the midnight skies. But my mind is a train running off the track, thinking of the things that I can't take back. So I throw off the covers and I walk down the hall, listening to the silence bouncing off the wall. There is a beauty in the loneliness here, when the noise of the daylight begins to clear. No one to please, no one to impress, just me in the shadows in my favorite dress. Welcome to the quiet hours, the sanctuary of night, where the moon paints the living room in silver light. The world is on pause, spinning softly in space, and I am just a visitor in this empty place. I pour a glass of water, let out a deep breath, escaping from the worry that scares me to death. It's just me and the ticking of the clock on the wall, finding peace in the quietest hour of all. I look out the window at the empty street, where the amber lamps and the pavement meet. A solitary fox scurries into the brush, a secret little life in the velvet hush. I think about the people sleeping in their beds, the dreams that are dancing inside of their heads. Are they running from monsters or flying so high underneath the canvas of the same black sky? There is a beauty in the loneliness here, when the noise of the daylight begins to clear. No one to please, no one to impress, just me in the shadows in my favorite dress. Welcome to the quiet hours, the sanctuary of night, where the moon paints the living room in silver light. The world is on pause, spinning softly in space, and I am just a visitor in this empty place. I pour a glass of water, let out a deep breath, escaping from the worry that scares me to death. It's just me and the ticking of the clock on the wall, finding peace in the quietest hour of all. Sometimes the daytime is heavy and loud, I lose my own voice in the middle of the crowd. But here in the dark I am naked and true, figuring out what I really need to do before the sun comes up to break the spell. From the worry that scares me to death, just me and the ticking of the clock on the wall. The quiet hours, I love the quiet hours. Go to sleep now. The shadows on the ceiling are playing little tricks. The grandfather clock in the hallway quietly ticks. ticks. You are tossing and you're turning, fighting with the sheet. A restless kind of rhythm in the shuffling of your feet. I can see the worried wrinkles forming right above your eyes, chasing invisible phantoms under heavy velvet skies. So I pull the blankets over and I lay down by your side. I will be the quiet harbor where your weary boat can hide. The daytime has its monsters, they follow you to bed. They try to build a fortress deep inside your heavy head. But I am keeping watch tonight, the guardian of the room. I'll sing away the darkness, I will chase away the gloom. This is your midnight lullaby, sung in a quiet hum, telling you to rest your eyes. The morning soon will come. I am holding on to your hand, keeping you tethered here. I'll build a wall of melody to keep away the fear. Let the heavy breathing take you down a river made of glass. Let the anxious apparitions peacefully let you pass. You are safe inside this shelter, safe beneath my watchful eye. Drift away to the rhythm of this midnight lullaby. I brush the damp and heavy hair away from your warm face, trying to slow the panic down to a much more gentle pace. I whisper that you're doing fine, you're doing all you can, that tomorrow is a brand new page, a totally different plan. Sometimes the world's too heavy for a single back to bear, and it feels like there is nobody to catch you falling through the air. But I will be the parachute, I will be the solid ground. I will wrap you up in safety and a deeply soothing sound. The daytime has its monsters, they follow you to bed. They try to build a fortress deep inside your heavy head. But I am keeping watch tonight, the guardian of the room. I'll sing away the darkness, I will chase away the gloom. This is your midnight lullaby, sung in a quiet hum, telling you to rest your eyes. The morning soon will come. I am holding on to your hands, keeping you tethered here. I'll build a wall of melody to keep away the fear. Let the heavy breathing take you down a river made of glass. Let the anxious apparitions peacefully let you pass. You are safe inside this shelter, safe beneath my watchful eye. Drift away to the rhythm of this midnight lullaby. Close your eyes, let go of the wheel. None of the shadows in the corner are real. I am right here, I am not going far. I'll be the gravity, you'll be the star. This is your midnight lullaby, sung in a quiet hum, telling you to rest your eyes. The morning soon will come. I am holding on to your hand, keeping you tethered here. I'll build a wall of melody to keep away the fear. Hush now, go to sleep. There's an old Ford pickup parked out behind the barn. The paint is peeling backwards, the engine's lost its charm. The dashboard cracked in '99 from the Arizona sun, but she still starts up on the first try when the day is done. You're sitting on the tailgate with oil on your jeans, looking like the hero in a dusty magazine. Your hands are rough and calloused from working in the dirt, but they are oh so gentle when they pull me by the shirt. The shiny things are fragile, they shatter on the floor. The brand new things are empty, always begging you for more. But I like the way the weather leaves a story on the skin, a map of where we're going and a map of where we've been. We are made of rust and gold, surviving through the years, tempered by the laughter and washed by all the tears. The edges might be tarnished, the surface might be worn, but this is where the truest kind of love is finally born. They can keep their diamonds and their polished silver plates. I'll take the rusted hinges on our heavy wooden gates, because underneath the weathering there's a beauty to behold. We are a masterpiece made of rust and gold. I look down at my left hand, the band is scratched and dull. The engraving on the inside is no longer legible, but I remember every syllable the jeweler carved that day, a promise that we made before the hair was turning gray. We've survived the bitter winters and the pouring summer rain. We've learned that there is medicine inside the growing pain. The shiny honeymoon is over, the novelty has died, but I'm prouder than I've ever been to be right by your side. The shiny things are fragile, they shatter on the floor. The brand new things are empty, always begging you for more. But I like the way the weather leaves a story on the skin, a map of where we're going and a map of where we've been. We are made of rust and gold, surviving through the years, tempered by the laughter and washed by all the tears. The edges might be tarnished, the surface might be worn, but this is where the truest kind of love is finally born. They can keep their diamonds and their polished silver plates. I'll take the rusted hinges on our heavy wooden gates, because underneath the weathering there's a beauty to behold. We are a masterpiece made of rust and gold. Patina on the copper, oxidation on the brass. Nothing real and beautiful is made of fragile glass. It takes a lot of living to get this kind of hue, and I wouldn't want to age with anybody. love is finally born. Yeah, we are rust and gold, beautifully old, just me and you. The screen door closes with a gentle sigh. A flock of sparrows takes the evening sky. The heat is breaking on the county line, and I'm just sitting here, killing time. There's a jar of wildflowers drying on the sill. The air is heavy and the house is still. I trace the circles where your coffee used to be, just a phantom outline looking back at me. The days are getting shorter by the minute. This empty room feels different with you not in it. A shifting breeze comes whispering through the screen, painting shadows in a shade of evergreen. These are the echoes of August, fading to gold. A beautiful story that's already been told. The leaves are turning copper, the summer is gone. I'm learning to linger, I'm learning to move on. With every sunset slipping past the tree line, I leave a little piece of you behind in the echoes of August. I found that sweater that you left behind, the one with frayed edges that I didn't mind. It still smells like wood smoke and the pouring rain, a bittersweet comfort, a familiar kind of pain. The crickets are tuning up their evening song. I wonder if you're somewhere singing along, or if the autumn chills reached your city street, making you hurry your weary feet. The days are getting shorter by the minute. This open road feels different with you not in it. A shifting breeze comes whispering through the pine, blurring the edges of your hand in mine. These are the echoes of August, fading to gold. A beautiful story that's already been told. The leaves are turning copper, the summer is gone. I'm learning to linger, I'm learning to move on. With every sunset slipping past the tree line, I'll leave a little piece of you behind in the echoes of August. Time is a river, steady and slow. It washes the stones and lets the memory go. I don't wanna hold you tighter than I should. I'd give it all back if I only could, just to feel that July sun on our faces again. But these are the echoes of August, fading to gold. A beautiful story that's already been told. The leaves are turning copper, the summer is gone. leave a little piece of you behind in the echoes of August. Yeah, the echoes of August. And in the autumn wind. I sit beneath a willow where the roots have cracked the clay, and watch the silver water wash another stone away. The current doesn't argue with the boulders in its path. It just yields and wraps around them, avoiding all the wrath. I used to try to swim upstream, fighting with my hands, trying to force the water to obey my own commands. I swallowed half the river. I was bruised and I was tired, chasing after destinies my anxious mind required. But there's a wisdom in the water moving steady to the sea. It carries fallen branches and it carries parts of me. I'm learning how to float now, looking up into the blue, letting go of everything I thought I had to do. I don't know what's waiting round the river's bend, if it's a beautiful beginning or a quiet, tragic end. Will the water turn to rapids? Will it tumble down or follow? Will it widen to a valley, making sense of it all? I cannot see the future through the heavy weeping trees, but I can feel the blessing of the gentle summer breeze. So I surrender to the journey, the lover and the friend. I will meet you in the mystery round the river's bend. A little yellow maple leaf is spinning in the foam. It doesn't have a compass, but it's making its way home. It caught a little eddy by the shadows of the bank, then danced out in the sunlight before it finally sank. We are all just travelers on a liquid spine of earth, drifting through the timeline from the moment of our birth. Some days the water's glassy, reflecting back the sky. Some days the mud is churned up and we cannot see the why. But there's a wisdom in the water moving steady to the sea. It carries fallen branches and it carries parts of me. I'm learning how to float now, looking up into the blue, letting go of everything I thought I had to do. I don't know what's waiting round the river's bend, if it's a beautiful beginning or a quiet, tragic end. Will the water turn to rapids? Will it tumble down or follow? Will it widen to a valley, making sense of it all? I cannot see the future through the heavy weeping trees, but I can feel the blessing of the gentle summer breeze. So I surrender to the journey, the lover and the friend. I will meet you in the mystery round the river's bend. Take my hand and push off from the muddy, shallow shore. We don't need the anchor that we carried here before. The gravity is pulling, the water's running deep. It's time to take the leap. I don't know what's waiting round the river's bend, if it's a beautiful beginning or a quiet, tragic end. Will the water turn to rapids? Will it tumble down and fall? of the gentle summer breeze. I surrendered to the journey, just floating to the end, round the river's bend. The river's bend. The river's bend. There's a silver locket sitting on the dresser by the bed, with a chain that's tied in circles, like the angry words we said. I've been sitting here since morning, with a needle and a light, trying hard to tease apart the wrong from all the right. If I pull too hard upon it, the knot will only bite, fastening the metal in a grip that's cold and tight. It's a fragile piece of jewelry, easy to distort, just like the bridge between us when our patience is cut short. Misunderstandings pile up, stacking high upon the floor. We're fighting over details that we don't remember anymore. But I don't wanna break this chain, I wanna wear it well. So I am sitting in the quiet, trying to break the angry spell. We are just a pair of tangled strings, caught up in the mess, trapped inside a labyrinth of our own stubbornness. It takes a lot of steady hands, it takes a lot of grace to untie all the friction in this tiny little space. I won't use a pair of scissors, I won't throw it in the trash, I won't let our history burn out into the ash. I'm picking at the center of the complicated rings, working on the beauty of our tangled little strings. I remember when you bought it at a market by the bay. The chain was smooth and shining on a breezy summer day. It slipped around my collarbone, a perfect seamless fit, before the heavy gravity of life began to hit. And now we stumble over syllables, we walk around the pain, we try to build an umbrella instead of standing in the rain. But the only way to fix it is to look it in the eye, to admit that we are terrified, to finally ask the why. Misunderstandings pile up, stacking high upon the floor. We're fighting over details that we don't remember anymore. But I don't wanna break this chain, I wanna wear it well. So I'm sitting in the quiet, trying to break the angry spell. We are just a pair of tangled strings, caught up in the mess, trapped inside a labyrinth of our own stubbornness. It takes a lot of steady hands, it takes a lot of grace to untie all the friction in this tiny little space. I won't use a pair of scissors, I won't throw it in the trash, I won't let our history burn out into the ash. I'm picking at the center of the complicated rings, working on the beauty of our tangled little strings. A little bit of slack, a little bit of breathing room, a little bit of sunlight to chase away the gloom. Look, the loop is loosening, the metal starts to heal. The hardest part is over, the broken part is healed. We were just a pair of tangled strings, caught up in the mess, trapped inside a labyrinth of our own is howling secrets through the branches of the pine. The rain is beating sideways on the county limit line. I've got the kettle boiling, I've got a blanket on the chair. Even though you're miles away, I know you're out there. You said you had to find yourself, you had to walk alone to face the ghost you carry and the demons you have known. I didn't try to stop you, I didn't beg you to remain. I just watched your taillights disappearing in the rain. I don't know what road you're on or where it's gonna lead. I don't know the hour or the comfort that you need. But if the sky gets heavy and you cannot find the stars, I'll be sending out a signal to exactly where you are. I am leaving the light on, the yellow porch glow, a beacon in the darkness. When the bitter north winds blow, you don't have to hurry, you don't have to rush right back. I'm just a steady fire at the end of the track. If you are broken, if you are bruised, if you are lost at sea, follow the horizon right back home to me. No matter how far you've gone or how the night is strong, for you, my love, I'm always leaving the light on. Some days the house is quiet and the waiting gets so long. I sit by the window and I hum an old folk song. I sweep the wooden floorboards, I keep the fire fed. I put fresh cotton pillowcases on the empty bed. Love is not a cage, it's not a tether or a chain. Love is standing steadfast in the middle of the pain. It's giving you the freedom to go and find your way, and trusting in the promise of a brighter, better day. I don't know what road you're on or where it's gonna lead. I don't know the hour or the comfort that you need. But if the sky gets heavy and you cannot find the stars, I'll be sending out a signal to exactly where you are. I am leaving the light on, the yellow porch glow, a beacon in the darkness. When the bitter north winds blow, you don't have to hurry, you don't have to rush right back. I'm just a steady fire at the end of the track. If you are broken, if you are bruised, if you are lost at sea, follow the horizon right back home to me. No matter how far you have gone or how the night is drawn, for you, my love, I'm always leaving the light on. And if you never come back, if you find another home, I will still be proud of you for braving the unknown. But until that final chapter is written in the stone, I won't let you wander through the darkness all alone. The yellow porch glow, a beacon in the darkness. summer storm is broken, the clouds are giving way, leaving puddles in the driveway. At the end of the day, I'm sitting on the curb with Sunday's daily news, folding up the pages, chasing off the blues, creasing down the edges, making sure the lines are straight. A little origami vessel carrying a heavy weight. I set it in the water, running down the gutter drain, and watch it drift away into the aftermath of rain. It bobs and it weaves through the debris in the street, a fragile little traveler on a journey incomplete. I close my eyes and make a wish before it turns the bend, hoping it will make it to the river in the end. We are launching paper boats into a raging stream, trying hard to navigate the current of a dream. The water makes them heavy, they might sink below the tide, but oh, the brave adventure of the fleeting little ride. We send our prayers and promises down the rushing flow, knowing that there's only so far they can ever go. But I'll keep on folding, and I'll keep on letting go. My little paper boats in the water down below. When I was just a little girl, I did this with my dad. He said it was the magic to take away the sad. Whatever you are worried about, just write it on the hull, and let the rushing water make the sharpest ache get dull. So today I wrote your name upon the Sunday comic strip and gave it to the water on a solitary trip. I hope it finds the ocean, I hope it finds the sea, I hope it takes the heavy part of missing you from me. It bobs and it weaves through the debris in the street, a fragile little traveler on a journey incomplete. I close my eyes and make a wish before it turns the bend, hoping it will make it to the river in the end. We are launching paper boats into a raging stream, trying hard to navigate the current of a dream. The water makes them heavy, they might sink below the tide, but oh, the brave adventure of the fleeting little ride. We send our prayers and promises down the rushing flow, knowing that there's only so far they can ever go. But I'll keep on folding, and I'll keep on letting go. My little paper boats in the water down below. Nothing lasts forever, the paper turns to mush. The roaring of the rapid will dissolve into a hush. But the beauty isn't whether it survives the mighty swell. The beauty is in daring just to wish it really well. We are launching paper boats into a raging stream, trying hard to navigate the current of a dream. The water makes them heavy, they might sink below the tide, but oh, the brave adventure of the fleeting little ride. I'll keep on letting go, watch the water flow, sail away my paper boat, sail away. The weather girl on Channel 4 was right for once this week. The sky is bruised and purple, and the forecast is looking bleak. I can hear the steady drumming on the metal of the roof, a symphony of water, giving every kind of proof that we don't have to go outside, we don't have to dress up well. We can lock the front door tight and cast a cozy little spell. I leave my phone beside the bed, let the messages pile high. There is nowhere else to be beneath this heavy weeping sky. The coffee pot is brewing and the steam is rising slow. The world out on the highway is a blurry Russian show. But here inside the living room, the time has lost its pace, and there is only you and me in this quiet, sacred space. Oh, I love our Sundays in the rain, washing off the hustle and erasing all the pain. Wrapped up in an Afghan blanket, tangled in the sheets, listening to the puddles forming out upon the streets. We don't need the sunshine, we don't need the clear blue sky. I am finding paradise right here inside your eye. Let the thunder rumble, let the stormy weather pour. Sundays in the rain with you are all I'm asking for. You've got a paperback novel resting on your folded knee. I am reading over your shoulder, sipping on an Earl Grey tea. The dog is sleeping by the vent, chasing rabbits in a dream. We're floating on an island in the middle of a stream. I love the way the gray light paints the shadows on the wall. I love the way we hardly even have to speak at all. No agendas in our pockets, no alarms to drag us down. Just the safest kind of shelter in the center of the town. The coffee pot is brewing and the steam is rising slow. The world out on the highway is a blurry Russian show. But here inside the living room, the time has lost its pace, and there is only you and me in this quiet, sacred space. Oh, I love our Sundays in the rain, washing off the hustle and erasing all the pain. Wrapped up in an Afghan blanket, tangled in the sheets, listening to the puddles forming out upon the streets. We don't need the sunshine, we don't need the clear blue sky. I am finding paradise right here inside your eye. Let the thunder rumble, let the stormy weather pour. Sundays in the rain with you are all I'm asking for. Sometimes the sunshine makes you feel you have to run to accomplish every single thing under the blazing sun. But the rain isn't permission slip to simply sit and stay, to heal the tired pieces that we lose along the way. Oh, I love our Sundays in the rain, washing off the hustle and erasing all the pain. wrapped up in an Afghan blanket, tangled in the sheets, listening to the puddles forming out upon the streets. We don't need the sunshine, we don't need the clear blue sky. I am finding paradise right here inside your eye. Let the thunder rumble, let the water pour, Sundays in the rain. I don't need nothing more, just you in the rain. Hear the steady rhythm of your breathing in the dark, a soothing kind of metronome, a deeply grounded spark. The thermostat is humming in the hallway by the stairs, and all the world's asleep, forgetting all its heavy cares. I shift my weight a little just to look at you right now. There's a peaceful kind of innocence resting on your brow. The city lamps are out, but the sky is clear and bright, and silver beams are sneaking through the middle of the night. I don't wanna wake you, so I lie perfectly still, letting all the quiet of the bedroom overspill, watching how the shadows play a silent little game, making me fall deeper in love with just your name. There is moonlight through the blinds, painting lines across the bed, casting silver zebra stripes over your sleepy head. In this pocket of the universe, it's only you and me, drifting like two sailors on a quiet midnight sea. The worries of tomorrow feel a million miles away. I'm holding on to right now, hoping it will stay, wrapped up in the magic of the quiet gentle signs, and the beauty of the moonlight falling through the blinds. I trace the little lines around the corners of your eyes, evidence of laughter and of 1,000 clear blue skies. Sometimes I get so frightened by how fast the time can run, how quickly we are changing underneath the blazing sun. But here inside the dark, the clock is frozen on the wall, and I don't feel afraid of the future after all. 'Cause every time I look at you, my anchor hits the ground. You're the safest kind of shelter that my heart has ever found. I don't wanna wake you, so I lie perfectly still, letting all the quiet of the bedroom overspill, watching how the shadows play a silent little game, making me fall deeper in love with just your name. There is moonlight through the blinds, painting lines across the bed, casting silver zebra stripes over your sleepy head. In this pocket of the universe, it's only you and me, drifting like two tomorrow feel a million miles away. I'm holding on to right now, hoping it will stay. Wrapped up in the magic of the quiet, gentle signs, and the beauty of the moonlight falling through the blinds. There will be days of thunder, there will be days of rain. There will be moments when we drive each other half insane. But I will keep this image locked inside a mental frame to remind me of the reason why I'm glad you came. Moonlight through the blinds, painting lines across the bed, casting silver zebra stripes over your sleepy head. In this pocket of the universe, it's only you and me, drifting like two sailors on a quiet midnight sea. Sleep well, my love. The moon is up above, moonlight through the blinds. Good night. The dashboard clock is glowing, reading 6 a.m. exactly. The coffee in the paper cup is tasting dark and blackly. I left the city limits while the street lights still were on, chasing down the pastel colors of the early breaking dawn. The buildings turn to suburbs and the suburbs turn to dirt. I'm putting heavy mileage on the things they used to hurt. The highway is a ribbon cutting through the dusty ground. The radio is playing, but there's comfort in the sound. I roll the dusty window down and let the desert blow, washing all the heavy thoughts I carry in tow. The rearview mirror holds the ghosts of everything I knew, but looking out ahead of me, the world is painted blue. It's funny how the scenery can change the way you feel when you are moving forward with your hands upon the wheel. There is 100 miles of sky stretching out across the hood, a canvas painted watercolor looking mighty good. The mountains in the distance are a purple jagged line, and for the first time in a year I think I'm doing fine. My worries look so tiny in this panoramic view. A heavy heart is weightless when the atmosphere is new. I'm driving out to nowhere, letting my own spirit fly, lost inside the beauty of 100 miles of sky. The yellow lines are hypnotizing, blurring in a streak, a solitary eagle circles a towering lonely peak. I pass a rusty gas station, a relic from the past, a billboard telling strangers that nothing is built to last. I used to feel so claustrophobic, trapped inside my head, paralyzed by all the hypothetical things I dread. But out here in the open, where the earth meets the divine, I can feel my lungs expanding, I can feel the sun aligned. The rearview mirror holds the ghosts of everything I knew. But looking out ahead of me, the world is painted blue. It's funny how the scenery can change the way you feel when you are moving forward with your hands upon the wheel. There is 100 miles of sky stretching out across the hood, a canvas painted watercolor looking mighty good. The mountains in the distance are a purple jagged line. And for the first time in a year, I think I'm doing fine. My worries look so tiny in this panoramic view. A heavy heart is weightless when the atmosphere is new. I'm driving out to nowhere, letting my own spirit fly, lost inside the beauty of 100 miles of sky. There is freedom in the motion, magic in the gears, a remedy of asphalt for the accumulation of tears. I don't have a destination, I don't have a place to be, just the open road in front and this wild liberty. And for the first time in a year, I think I'm doing fine. 100 miles of sky, watch the miles fly by into the horizon. I woke up to a world completely painted white. The temperature dropped heavily in the middle of the night. I pulled my woolen blanket tight across my chest and looked out of the window, looking facing to the west. The silver lawn was glittering like shattered glass and stone, a quiet confirmation that I'm standing here alone. And they're leading from the porch right down to the iron gate, a solitary trail before the morning got too late. The air is hanging heavy with the vapor of my breath. The silence in the valley feels a little bit like death. I'm staring at the evidence of how you walked away, before the sun comes up to melt the memory of today. There are footprints in the frost, a map of what I lost, a frozen little pathway that a heavy heart has crossed. I can see the very spot you paused to turn around before you put your boots back on the freezing solid ground. They are beautiful and tragic, fading in the light, a temporary monument to our final watch the final trace of you slowly let it pass. Footprints in the frost. I pour a cup of black tea and I stand out on the wood, trying to make sense of things I never understood. Like how a fire burns so bright and turns to ash so fast, and how we always swore to God that we were built to last. The toes are pointed outward, your familiar heavy stride, taking all your secrets and your complicated pride. I almost wanna run outside and cover them with snow, to keep them frozen perfectly, so I will always know. The air is hanging heavy with the vapor of my breath. The silence in the valley feels a little bit like death. I'm staring at the evidence of how you walked away, before the sun comes up to melt the memory of today. There are footprints in the frost, a map of what I lost, a frozen little pathway that a heavy heart has crossed. I can see the very spot you paused to turn around, before you put your boots back on the freezing solid ground. They are beautiful and tragic, fading in the light, a temporary monument to our final night. By noon there will be nothing but the damp and dying grass, and I'll watch the final trace of you slowly let it pass. Footprints in the frost. The golden hour approaches, the ice begins to weep. The earth is slowly waking from its temporary sleep. I shouldn't try to hold on to a shape that's made of ice. I've paid the toll of loving you. I've paid the heavy price. Now the footprints in the frost are blending and are lost, a frozen little pathway that a heavy heart has crossed. They are beautiful and tragic, fading in the light, a temporary monument to our final night. The sun is getting higher now, the lawn is turning green, as if you hadn't been, as if it was a dream. Goodbye, my frost. I was cleaning out the drawer on my bedside stand, found a little square of paper hiding in my hand. Whiteboard is bruised with the fingerprints of youth, a snapshot of a moment when we thought we knew the truth. The colors are washed out to a sepia tone, but I can still remember the jacket you had on. We were leaning against the hood of your Chevrolet, looking like we had something important to say. Time is a thief with a velvet touch. It steals all the details that matter so much. But I trace your jawline with the tip of my thumb, wondering where all those careless kids have gone. You're just a fading Polaroid, lost in the dark, a tiny paper vessel carrying a spark. The edges all blurred and the contrast is low, but it's the clearest memory that my heart will ever know. We were wild, we were brave, we were hopelessly flawed, dancing on the edge of the world we saw. Now you're fading away into yellow and white, a ghost I'm holding on to in the middle of the night. My fading Polaroid. I remember the flash blinding both of our eyes, and laughing so hard underneath the starry skies. You wrote the date on the back with the leaky blue pen, back when we swore we would never say when. Now the ink is just a smudge, barely there at all, like the echoes of our voices echoing down the hall. I don't cry anymore when I say your name, but looking at this picture, things don't feel the same. Time is a thief with a velvet touch. It steals all the details that matter so much. But I trace your jawline with the tip of my thumb, wondering where all those careless kids have gone. You're just a fading Polaroid, lost in the dark, a tiny paper vessel carrying a spark. The edges are blurred and the contrast is low, but it's the clearest memory that my heart will ever know. We were wild, we were brave, we were hopelessly flawed, dancing on the edge of the world we saw. Now you're fading away into yellow and white, a ghost I'm holding on to in the middle of the night. My fading Polaroid. They say that a picture is worth 1,000 words, but this one's just a whisper that nobody ever heard. It speaks of the summer that slipped through our hands, and the castles we built in the shifting sands. I'll put you back in the drawer where you belong. Is low, but it's the clearest memory that my heart will ever know. We were wild, we were brave, we were hopelessly flawed, dancing on the edge of the world we saw. Now you're fading away. Yeah, you're fading away. Goodbye, my Polaroid. There's a loose thread hanging from the cuff of my left sleeve. If I pull it any harder, the fabric starts to leave. It's a tiny imperfection on a sweater that I love, woven from a heavy yarn we were so proud of. I've been staring at the pattern sitting across the room from you. You were staring at your coffee, looking for a different view. We've been pulling at each other, testing out the tensile strength, stretching out the patience across an endless painful length. It doesn't happen all at once, it happens day by day. A microscopic tearing as the colors start to fade. We wash it in the arguments, we dry it in the pride, and ignore the little holes where we are trying to hide. These are the fraying edges of a beautiful design, a masterpiece we started when your heart was matching mine. The borders are unraveling, the threads are coming loose. We're caught inside a tangle and we're looking for an excuse. It's scary to acknowledge that a lovely thing can tear, that the warmest kind of shelter gets worn out from the wear. I'm trying hard to mend it, holding tight to every line, but I'm terrified we're nothing but a fraying edge of time. The fraying edges. I remember when the tapestry was perfect and brand new, rich in royal crimson and a deep romantic blue. We wrapped ourselves inside it when the winter storms were rough. We thought that love and promises would always be enough, but friction has a funny way of thinning out the wool, and heavy words are scissors when the angry heart is full. Now we're walking on eggshells on the worn out living room rug, missing all the magic of the early easy drug. It doesn't happen all at once, it happens day by day. A microscopic tearing as the colors start to fade. We wash it in the arguments, we dry it in the pride, and ignore the little holes where we are trying to hide. These are the fraying edges of a beautiful design, a masterpiece we started when your heart was matching mine. The borders are unraveling, the threads are coming loose. We're caught inside a tangle and we're looking for an excuse. It's scary to acknowledge that a lovely thing can tear, that the warmest kind of shelter gets worn out from the wear. I'm trying hard to mend it, holding tight to every line, but I'm terrified we're nothing but a fraying edge of time. The fraying edges. Can we find a silver needle? Can we find a thicker thread? Can we stitch together all the painful things we've said? I don't wanna throw it out, I don't wanna buy it new. I just wanna fix the fraying edges here with you. These are the fraying edges of a beautiful design, a masterpiece we started when your heart was matching mine. The borders are unraveling, the threads are coming loose. We're caught inside a tangle and we're looking for an excuse. I'm trying hard to mend it, holding tight to every line. I'm holding on to you. Can we pull it through the fraying edges? Oh, the fraying edges. Your coat is off the hanger, your keys are in your hand. We're standing in the hallway, shifting on the floorboards where we stand. You zip your jacket halfway, I lean against the door. We've said our goodbyes twice already, maybe even more. The porch light casts a shadow across your collarbone. I know you have a long and weary midnight drive alone, but neither of us reaches for the handle made of brass. We're trapped inside an hourglass, watching the sand fall past. The winter wind is biting against the window pane. If you step out in the dark, I'll be missing you again. There's a tension in the silence, a magnetic kind of pull. My house is gonna feel so empty, my heart is beating full. Stay just a little longer, let the midnight pass us by. Let the clock run out of numbers, let the moon fall from the sky. I know the world is waiting out beyond the wooden frame, but I just wanna stand right here and softly say your name. Take off your heavy jacket, drop your keys upon the floor. We don't have to face tomorrow for a few sweet minutes more. Just a little longer in the middle of the night. Hold me in this hallway in the fading yellow light. The fire in the living room is nothing but an ash. We spent the evening talking about the future and the past. I memorized the texture of the sweater that you wear, the way you run your fingers through your messy dark brown hair. You look at me with eyes that say 1,000 different things, like a choir in an empty church that gently, softly sings. You take a half a step toward the cold and bitter air, and leave me fighting gravity to keep you standing there. The winter wind is biting against the window pane. If you step out in the dark, I'll be missing you again. There's a tension in the silence, a magnetic kind of pull. My house is gonna feel so empty, my heart is beating full. Stay just a little longer, let the midnight pass us by. Let the clock run out of numbers, let the moon fall from the sky. I know the world is waiting out beyond the wooden frame, but I just wanna stand right here and softly say your name. Take off your heavy jacket, drop your keys upon the floor. We don't have to face tomorrow for a few sweet minutes more. Just a little longer in the middle of the night. Hold me in this hallway in the fading yellow light. It's crazy how a minute feels like an eternity, when all I want is you standing right in front of me. I know you have to go, I know you have to leave, but I'm holding on to every single second I receive. Just a little longer, let the midnight pass us by. Let the clock run out of numbers, let the moon fall from the sky. I know the world is waiting out beyond the wooden frame, but I just wanna stand right here and softly say your name. Just a little longer, don't turn yet, let me not forget. Just a little